What is going on, everybody? I didn't think I was live there for a second. What's going on, guys? Glad to see each and every one of you in here right now, hanging out with me in the chat. I know some of y'all been waiting for a little bit because I pushed the time back, but I appreciate you guys hanging out in the chat while I was gone for a moment. So thank you guys so much. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Polish Rob. Consider smashing that subscribe button and hitting a like on this live stream if you enjoy what you see. But what is going on, guys? I got Bobby in here. I got Pokemon Legends, Trading Card Game Collection. We got Ben F with Jimbo. So a few people hanging out here. So what is going on, guys? So yeah, basically the way I kind of want to run things today is if you guys have any questions regarding Pokemon or the latest modern boxes or sets or what's coming out here in the next month or so, definitely ask away in the chat. I want to answer as much as possible. And if I don't know the correct answer right away and we need to research something, I don't mind going into the depths of Google and finding out some of these questions for you guys along the way, because a lot of the questions you guys may have, I may have as well, and I'd like to be more informed about certain situations in the Pokemon community as of today. So, Sauce McGavin, what's going on, my dude? Not much, man. Not much. Glad to see you guys slowly popping in here in the stream. And there was some other announcement I wanted to say, but now I just don't remember exactly what. I think it, oh yeah, and at the end, at some point, I think I'm going to open like one of those Canadian blisters of Hidden Fates and see if we can pull a shiny card. But if nobody has any questions right now, I do want to talk about the two cards that got released. I believe it was this morning. They were talking about the shiny Thwackey and the shiny Snom. So we're already seeing new gen Pokemon that they're going to make shiny in that Shiny Vault 2.0 coming out. So it's kind of pretty exciting stuff. I mean, we know the Charizard VMAX has been leaked about a month ago. But yeah, those two cards just getting released. I'm sure slowly but surely in the next few months they're going to be releasing these things. And we're going to be finding out more and more of what's inside that Shiny 2.0 Vault. And I know I'm excited. Hidden Fates is one of my favorite sets. It's a lot of fun to open, and it's going to be fun to open as long as it's still available at a reasonable price in the stores. So yeah, so the Shiny Vault 2.0 should be pretty legitimate. Should I try to buy Darkness Ablaze or Champion's Path? Liam the Great, nice question. So Darkness Ablaze is available right now, and it's available for reasonable prices. Champion's Path, it's kind of one of those things where it's quite hard to find. I know a lot of my Pokemon friends have been going to different Targets or Walmarts in the last couple of days, and they're only making out with 2 boxes. If you haven't opened any Champion's Path, I recommend trying to find some. It's a fun set to open. You never know, you can pull that Charizard. But as far as a being able to find set right now, it's Darkness Ablaze. You can pretty much find that anywhere. So I would, I'd recommend getting both, to be honest with you. If you can get one of both, it'd be a lot of fun to open. Darkness Ablaze is a great set. I'm going to personally continue getting we're working towards my master set in that. And I'm working towards a master set in Champion's Path. So if it's available for you, I would honestly try to get one of each, if anything. And I just went to my Target the other day, there, Liam, and I found blisters of Darkness Blaze hanging out. I found a few ETBs, so it's readily available at Target and Walmarts. Whereas Champion's Path, it's kind of luck of the draw. If you happen to get there at a certain time of day where they just stocked and nobody bought out the whole shelf, then, you know, I'd recommend grabbing a box. Typically, I'm seeing just doubles available. None of the pins or ETBs have been available, but if you can, also shop around to different distributors in the local community. You can find like NC Packbuster or Poke Charles. And there's a third wave coming at the end of December for Champion's Path ETBs. I know Pokemon Center had them on there for a little bit, along with those Marty boxes, guys. And I don't know if they're sold out, those Marty collection boxes. But you might want to check Pokemon Center right now and see if those are still available for order. I know they were available this morning. I got a few tips that they were. But I was only going to get one. I mean, I don't need all those Marty boxes. I just wanted to get one to open on the channel and then have the playmat as well. So hopefully that answered your question for you there, Liam. What else we got with Pokemon Hollow? What is going on? Crimson Invasion gonna rise. I wouldn't doubt if it wasn't rise. You know, Pokemon Hollow, that you bring up Crimson Invasion, you know what I think is really gonna rise? And you guys can disagree with me in the chat if you want, or if you're watching this later, disagree with me in the comments. But I think Unified Minds is going to rise. Not a lot of people are buying it up. We don't know of a reprint that happened with Unified Minds, and it kind of went underneath the radar because of Hidden Fate. So if a set is going to blow up here in the near future, it's going to be Unified Minds because we know it's kind of a limited product. We know that there's not a bunch of it out there. that got reprinted or anything like that because nobody bought it up. Everybody wanted Hidden Fates, and Unified Minds just kind of was there for a couple weeks, and everybody was like, I don't care about it. But there's sought after cards in there that are highly popular. You got a Mewtwo card in there, you know, and I mean, everybody's trying to search for that. It's just a great set. It really is. I personally myself has slacked off on Unified Minds. I haven't opened that much as I feel like I should have. So if you're looking for a set to look into Unified Minds. I think down the road it will be more expensive. And Pokemon Hollow makes a good point with Crimson Invasion as well. It definitely can potentially blow up another one of those sets that really never got popular. But as we know in the past, sets that never really gotten popular 10 years down the road are popular now. Because, you know, they were so limited and nobody wanted them at that point, so Pokemon really didn't pursue the art of making anymore. So I think, yeah, Pokemon Hollow makes a really good point. I actually love Crimson Invasion. It's not a bad set. It's not a bad set, you know. I mean, you get to crack more packs, and it's actually still affordable at a price at Target. You can find Crimson Invasion ETBs by the bulk at Target right now. So buy them up if that's something you want to kind of keep inside as the next set to blow up at any point in time. Booster boxes available everywhere. I mean, Crimson Invasion, if you're just looking to get into the hobby and crack something at a decent price, yeah, Crimson Invasion, Unified Minds, those sets are available, guys. So definitely check them out. What do we got? Can't wait for my cards to get graded. If all goes well, I'll be buying my old cards. Ooh, nice. Like I showed you on Twitter, I have a lot of Vivid Voltage pre-order. Nice. That'd be really cool if you can rebuy some of those vintage cards. Those were absolutely sweet that you showed me on Twitter, and I appreciate you tagging me in that. I have a lot of Vivid Voltage pre-order. Nice. What'd you get if you don't mind with Jimbo, if I can catch that comment here later, but what did you end up buying the Vivid Voltage Build and Battle kits for? Darkness Blaze 1000% if you want to find a dual opponents back for MSRP. Yeah, I've been trying to find those dual bonus packs, the Sword and Shield and Darkness Blaze, all over the place. And there was one Target that I knew they stocked a week ago. And I mean, they had almost every single rack of these booster packs, you know, those double blisters stacked. There was probably about 50 or 60 of them. And I was like, I'm not worried about it now. Let me find something else that it's kind of limited and I can find on the shelf. I kid you not, I went there today and it was gone. I mean, dry like a bone. It was gone. So if you find those double back blisters, definitely at least get you a few. They're fun to open. The hits are great inside. And, I mean, it's $4 for 2 packs. You can't go wrong on that at all. Liam the Great, thank you so much. Not a problem, Liam. I don't mind answering questions. This is what the stream is for today. Not really opening a mass quantity packs. I might open a couple packs at the end. But this is more of an information kind of thing. And if you guys have any questions or there's something I need to look up that I might be stumbled upon too, I don't mind at all. I got a lot of Unified Minds. I liked it, but it's at risk to being reprinted nowadays. Same goes for Lost Thunder with its Rainbow Lugia. Yeah, Lost Thunder can definitely get reprinted. Haven't heard of anything about Lost Thunder yet, but it can definitely pop up. I mean, it depends how busy Pokemon is with these newer sets, right? If they're busy printing that stuff and focusing on what is hot right now, it might get overlooked, and that's what we kind of hope for as investors, right? Is overlooking a set with the current being so popular. And I think Vivid Voltage still might kind of keep that popularity from those older sets at bay. What's the next set for Pokemon cards? That's my question. So the next set coming out is going to be Vivid Voltage. It's going to be a highly popular set. The Build and Battle kits will have a Charizard in it that everybody is going to go look for. So the Build and Battle kits are already up in price than they normally would be at release day. So the Charizard will be found in those Build and Battle kits, and then you're going to have the amazing rares in there as well. And if you've seen some of the Heartbeat openings in Japanese, you can see how beautiful those cards are. The Celebi, the Zamazenta, the Jirachi, they all look great. They're great, great looking cards, and they're really going to be highly sought after. And a lot of people are going to want to throw them in slabs because it's just one of those unique cards that Pokemon has come out with in the modern day sets that we don't see too often. I heard the smart money is in Steam Siege. Hi, 187. You never know, man. I talked about this in my last stream. Steam Siege is just one of those sets that nobody really cares about. I mean, it was popular when it released for like a month, and then everybody was like, Steam Siege, nothing great, right? But there is Steam Siege lovers out there, and I'm sure those lovers out there right now are heavily invested in Steam Siege because it could be one of those sets that's, underneath the radar, nobody wanted, but like 10 years down the road, be like, hey, remember that set, Steam Siege? Like, it wasn't the greatest in the world, but there's not that much out there. Let's see if we can convince the market to want it at a higher price. See if it has any collectability value just for being a set that was really not appreciated that much in Pokemon. The Crimson Invasion, Olivia, and Lusamine, mind you, Crowley, I'm going to butcher these names, right? Are highly sought after by probably only me. I mean, it's whatever card you like. You don't have to be, part of the bunch that loves all Lugia, loves all Charizard. You could be, somebody that likes those cards specifically, or, whatever else you find. You could be a Hollow guy, and just like Hollows from Modern Set, we all like different things, and that's what's great about Pokemon, is that it's just a wide span of collectability, not necessarily just the chase cards. You think those Vivid Voltage theme decks are going to be a good investment? I don't know. I mean, I've never been high on not Vivid Voltage theme decks, but on theme decks in general, unless there's a collectability aspect of it. And right now, I'm seeing a big collectability aspect, as also mentioned by my friend Pokenav, that theme decks out of evolutions, XY evolutions, are just flying off the shelves, and I've noticed that myself. I went to Target the other day. There was probably about 20 theme decks of the Mewtwo and the Pikachu, and they're all gone. So, I mean, it depends. It really depends on what the theme deck is all about. What's the card, featured in that theme deck, and how highly sought after is that Pokemon that's featured on the theme deck. So I think what Vivid Voltage right now, what's going to be really sought after is going to be those build and battle kits. That's what's going to be sought after, because everybody's going to want that Charizard out from it. As we know, like in XY Evolutions, they did that Charizard stamped in those build and battle kits as well. And I mean, look at the price they're going for right now. It's absolutely mind-boggling. What do we got here? Trading Arcane Collection. We got Vivid Voltage for $25 with 3 boosters per kit at a local game shop. Nice. Nice. With 3 free booster per kit at local game. That's build and battle kits? Wow, that's actually a really good deal. Where are you located at exactly? I know you sent me mail before, but I can't, I can't think of the actual state that you're located at, where that card shop is. Did I close my thing? I did. I got my drink today, by the way, so my throat doesn't dry out. And I'm just slowly losing my voice as the stream goes on. Sloshy, what's going on, my dude? In my opinion, Wizard of the Coast will go up next. Expedition and Skyward specifically, but the Entrepreneur Scalpels will stop finding those E-Series soon. I mean, you're completely right on that, Slushy, but those sets right now, as it is, are expensive, right? There's only a certain margin of investors or collectors that can really get themselves into that kind of market right now. I know I myself would love a Skyridge or Expedition, but there's no way I can afford, I think what Skyridge... I just saw Skyridge booster boxes sealed for like $30,000, and I think I saw Expedition for like 8 or 9 just recently. And it's just one of those sets that have kind of always been expensive anyway, just because of the collectability between collectors, if that makes any sense. And yeah, they're going to blow up. They're going to blow up in a lot of ways. It's just, do you have that capital to invest in it and sit on it for a long period of time? Or do you have the capital just to collect it and have it? I definitely don't. I'd love to have a box of Skyridge and hold on to it for the rest of my life and have it sitting in the background with me over there. But there's no way I can drop that influx of cash right now on a set, especially like Skyridge. I think booster packs about 4 or 5 months ago were even going for close to that $1,000, $1,500 range. I'm ready to talk about Hidden Fates reprints. All right there, Ashton, let me know what you want to talk about Hidden Fates reprints. What are you really looking to get out of that conversation? And I will answer that as best as I can. What's the next set for Pokemon cards? That's my question. As far as, I'm still trying to figure out that question there, Bobby. Like, what's the next set? The next set that's coming out is Vivid Voltage. If you're talking about the next set to blow up or get big, in my opinion, then... just write another comment and then specify that so I can better understand what you're looking for out of the question. I paid the kits for $20 in the US. That's €18. In the EU, they cost me $25, $27, and $50. Dang, but still not bad, though. At least you got some good deals out of that. I mean, $20 in the US, €18. Yeah, I mean, that's what we're really looking for, the build and battle kits, is that about that price. E-Series has been bought for years. I've been buying it for years. No need to blame their scalpers already. Yeah, I agree, Pokemon Hollow. Like I said, Expedition and Skyridge and all those E-Series have already been expensive as it is. It was an expensive thing between collectors, really. Not really, per se, for investing. It was just one of those things that a collector, if they wanted to build their, collection to the epitome, to the top tier, those are some of the sets that you needed to have in order to really kind of, I guess, per se, flex your collection. Build a battle kits were $30 each. I got 4 of those and 10 ETBs for $34 each. And 1 booster box for $88. Wow, with Jumbo, you actually made out pretty good. And I think those prices are really good right now. And if you can find it for those prices, definitely do it, because I think as Vivid Voltage goes on and everybody kind of gets over the hype with Champion's Path and Evolutions just becomes way too expensive, they're going to start moving into the next best thing, right? Next best thing is kind of going to be Vivid Voltage with those amazing rares. It's going to eventually be quite expensive. And the big chunky Pikachu on the ETB is going to be just a good looking ETB that people are going to want to have in their possession and probably sealed as well. Mind you, not all the product that's going to be opened. By the way, Vivid Voltage, you only have 1 print, as I've heard. So, funny story about that. I actually had that in my thumbnail, and I actually had the first edition stamp with it pointing over there. And that's what I've heard as well. But also, those opinions have been retracted by a few people. And, you know, I'm not going to put any names out there, but I've got, you know, some information for a few people about that. And I guess it's kind of hearsay right now because the set really hasn't released and we don't know what Pokemon is going to do. They have all these printing machines right now that are readily available to print at any point in time. And if they want to print Vivid Voltage, it comes to that point where, you know, they're just like, you know, whatever, let's throw more out there. They definitely can. So that's speculation for right now, especially for a set that hasn't really been released, right? And we don't know the Pokemon doesn't know the sales number for it yet. They have some pre-orders, but they really don't know what the consumer is going to buy it up for from different areas like Walmart, Target, and distributors. So just to say that, we don't know yet. And I wanted to speculate that as well, but I also decided to retract that whole title and thumbnail because I didn't think it was appropriate right now to even be getting into a conversation like that. What do we got? Kids should have 4 packs for free. The Build and Battle Kit should have 4 packs for free. What's the best deal on pre-orders, Rob? Ooh, what's the best deal on pre-orders? You know, I should do more research on that, honestly, and I might have to text my buddy NC Packbuster or the Golden War Turtle because I myself am taking a backseat on Vivid Voltage, not because I don't want to open the set. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm taking a backseat because of affordability and trying to maintain the channel. So that's a really good question, and I think it's something that eventually we're going to get into maybe here on Google after I answer a few more, and maybe look up some pre-orders and see what sites are really good right now and which ones are kind of on the, you know, higher end of buying. I was literally looking to get some Sword and Shield today for Epic Hayden. He loves that set. Are you talking about Sword and Shield base there, Epic? That's are you talking about Steam Siege? Does he really? See, that's what I'm saying. There's collectors out there that really do love Steam Siege, right? And if Epic Haven likes it right now, could you imagine what kind of nostalgia factor he's going to have 10 or 15 years down the road with that set? And there could be, we don't even know, thousands of people out there that are going to feel the same way and want to build and buy, or not build and buy, but buy the Steam Siege sets and be willing to pay a premium price for it, as crazy as it sounds. So yeah, there's people like that. Your son, for example. Dude, you know darn well I am a pro when it comes to butchering names. Yeah. I'm going to butcher Pokemon names as we go. And by the way, guys, if you haven't smashed that like button, please do. It's going to help out the stream a lot. And if you're just watching right now and you're not commenting, be sure to comment something. Say hello, say what's going on. And if you have a question that you really want to put out there, I don't mind answering it at all. I'm going to try my best to answer as many questions as possible, probably within that hour and a half window. The targets near me have had 1 booster pack and 2 to 4 tins. Wow, that's rough. My targets haven't been any better. They recently just started stocking up a lot better, but they haven't stocked up anything I'm looking for. You know, I'm either looking for Hidden Fates, I'm looking for Champion's Path, some kind of good Darkness Blaze ETB, one of those things. I've been seeing a lot of the Pikachu tins or the Eevee tins. A lot of older sets, Crimson Invasion ETBs have been stacked. I had found those 3-pack blisters of Burning Shadows, which I've been buying. I think that's a good deal right now for $12.99 at Target. I found Sun and Moon, of those 3-pack blisters. I found some bunch of Crimson Invasion ETBs are littered everywhere, and a bunch of these like the Umbreon, the Lycanroc sets. They're all over the Target. So nothing really that I'm looking for right now in my purchasing aspect of Pokemon. 1 print of any set equals fake news. Yeah, that's really what about, it was too good to be true, really, but I wanted to speculate a little bit. I thought it would be an interesting stream just to speculate, but if people are retracting their thoughts already, I don't want to speculate myself either. It's not the right time to do it, especially for a set that hasn't come out. Look at what they did with reprints of Hidden Fates. They will reprint Darkness Ablaze and Vivid. I can see them reprinting Darkness Ablaze. Although right now there's not really a lot of talks of Darkness Ablaze because, you know, I mean, we know Champion's Path has kind of taken over. And, excuse me, Vivid Voltage is coming out right now too. So, yeah, I mean, it looks like that kind of situation where Darkness Ablaze may just start picking up pace a few months down the road. And people are going to be looking for it more and more and more, especially the newer collectors that have joined the Pokemon community that, you know, don't really know about Darkness Blaze right now because they've been littered and with Champion's Path, you know, hype. My friend already opened Vivid Voltage, pulled Reverse, Holo Charizard, and Raikou. Amazing how. Whoa, nice, dude. Yeah, that Raikou Amazing Rare is going to look absolutely amazing. And like I say in a lot of my videos, the card cam doesn't do the cards any justice. Once you actually get that card in person and take a look at it, it really sets it off right. It really looks great in person. Like just like this, you know, like this Charizard V, for example, the shiny Charizard. I mean, you know, it looks good on camera. Everybody's excited about it. But when you actually look at you know, in person and you're able to twist around, look at the fine details, it's really a huge difference in collecting. What do we got? Some more questions over here. Love these live Pokemon Talk stream. Pokemon Legends 99. What is going on, dude? I am glad to have you here, man. I'm glad to have you here. And if you have any questions, don't mind asking at all. I don't mind. Do you think Sword and Shield will be valuable set in the future? I think so. I mean, I guess it's not really blowing my mind because I wasn't into it myself, but Sun and Moon base is not really, you know, anything, you know, extravagant or people are really looking forward to buy and invest in. But I think Sword and Shield base was a hot set. I think a lot of people wanted it. I know I did, and I bought it by the tons. And it was one of those sets I really wanted to complete my master set in. So I think Sword and Shield, you know, by starting that new kind of V era, the base, will be very valuable as time comes. And there honestly hasn't been a big amount of prints from that, at least that I've heard. You know, I remember they said they were going to print a little bit more, but it wasn't anything, you know, too crazy. And you can still find some today, but I think eventually people will start buying that up and they'll realize that it could be something later down the road that's going to be valuable. So I would agree. I definitely, in my own personal opinion, if I were to right now, I would stock up on a few Sword and Shield base sets because I think it is going to be valuable with time. I just pulled the Charizard VMAX out of the Galarian Star. No way! Oh, man. You're the first person that I've heard that has ever pulled anything good out of those Galarian Surfetch thing. Poor guy, man. That guy is so underrated. He got legitimately released at the time of the Champion's Path, just Champion's Path era in general with the ETBs, with the box collection doubles and the pin collections. Like, he came at the worst time possible, and there's so much Galarian Surfetch left on the shelf. So, I'm glad that you picked one up, gave Galarian Surfetch a little bit of love, and ended up walking out with the Charizard VMAX. Congrats, Urban CNG. My Target won't even put Champion's Path out. You have to ask for it, and it's limited to per person. I went to Target yesterday as well. The other Targets I went to today didn't have it, but the one I did yesterday had a sign that said, even with the sports cards, limited to per person. So they're kind of cracking down on it, trying to be as fair as possible. But I mean, I don't really know the logistics by that. If they, you know, I mean, it's not really written in their handbook, right? So I don't know how much they can actually enforce that. I would say save booster box if anything you can get. It's difficult for us to build our channels, but gotta work on it. Yeah, I agree there, Cole Square Gaming. Yeah, for a channel and PokeTube and aspect of stuff, it's really hard for me to keep anything sealed as well. Just because there's demand to see openings and people want to see what they can potentially get from a set, and they kind of base their decisions of what they're going to get by what we end up pulling, right? If there's a certain card in that set that they actually like and want to get, then it's going to convince them to go out to the store and purchase that set as well. So although I do the informational videos like this, I also want to be a melting pot on the channel, if that makes any sense. So I want to do the informational videos. I still want to have my openings. I want to do these kind of lives where, you know, we're just sitting around talking Pokemon stuff. And I'm going to do my Pokecast with different Poketubers or people in the Pokemon community. So I kind of want to be a melting pot with everything I have going on the channel. And that's being one thing too. Actually doing this kind of stuff has helped me out with saving some of my stuff and not spending so much money and keeping my channel afloat. Because it really is expensive, and Pokemon is going up as we speak with the modern sets, and that's why what next modern set is, or modern booster box set is next to blow up, because it's reality. And it's something I need to watch out for as well, because I do want to have stuff that can open later down the road as a treat, and to, to have fun with you guys as the viewers. And as if it keeps going up like Evolutions has, I can't afford that stuff at this point state in time to open down the road. So it's kind of one of those sets where, like, man, I wish I did get it when I did, but was it really going to stay sealed at that point in time? Because I do want to also produce content. So it's one of those, one of those kind of balancing things that I have to figure out as time goes on. So Cool Squirter Gaming definitely makes a good point. It's the Zard set and the Amazing Rare set. They will, I don't know. What do you know about Pokemon 25th anniversary plans? I think for the English 25th Pokemon anniversary set that they're going to probably release is going to be the Shiny Vault 2.0. I think they're already building it up, the whole thing with that. It's going to be the Shiny 2.0 Vault. It has to be. They're already leaking stuff, and we know it's coming out at around the same time here in the U.S. and in the United Kingdom, in English sets. I think that's what's going to happen. I think they kind of already put it out there. It's going to be the Shiny Vault 2.0. And I like to speculate, so if you're looking for a speculation, Tyler, I think eventually they're going to reintroduce potential first edition stuff. I think it would be the perfect time for them to, and there would be absolute Pokemania for them to release a first edition set of something. It's bound to happen eventually. I'm sure there's, in the back of some of those, entrepreneur guys in the Pokemon marketing firm, they got in the back of their head that if they introduced a first edition, that there would be absolute Pokemania, and they can make a ton of money off doing it. Would the 25th anniversary be the perfect time to do something like that? Who knows? But I think it would be in the hot market that we're in right now, it'd be absolute insanity, just Pokesanity. But my prediction, Tyler, is going to be that Shiny Vault 2.0. That's going to be the set for the 25th anniversary. And they might do a special card with that as well. Maybe they'll do some special card in the ETBs they might release with that. So there's a lot of things they can do with that, but that's what I'm leaning towards to the most. What's going on, Dean? Glad to have you in the live stream hanging out, dude. We're just Poke talking over here, some different things that may be or may not be going on, and answering some questions. What do we got? We got Swami. What's going on, Swami? What's going to keep Champions Pass sealed? Open for a pack battle and got a Char VMAX. Dude, congrats. There it is. I didn't think it was going to happen. Didn't even have sleeves. Well, wait. Didn't you get the champion or the sleeves from the Champions Path ETB? Or where'd you pull it from? Was it double? Or was it one of the pin collection? But congratulations, my friend. Well deserved. Well deserved. I think everybody should be able to pull a Charizard. Tom Trill Infinity. What is going on, Tom Trillion Infinity? Thoughts of getting 36 sealed packs out of a box versus sealed booster? I don't know. I don't know really, because it depends where you're getting it from. Are you getting it from eBay, or are you getting it from a reputable seller? That actually makes a huge difference for me making a decision. And if you can comment on what you plan on getting that from, I can give you a better answer, a more thought out answer than just kind of guessing based off of your question. So let me know, Tom, in the chat, where exactly you're trying to purchase those 36 packs from. That's why we got a booster box of Ultra Prism for the channel. Good job, Pokemon Legends. I would definitely too. My card shop has some Ultra Prism, but like I said earlier, I got to pick and choose what I want right now, because of just affordability. Affordability is a huge thing right now. Ultra Prism. Okay, so Ultra Prism is the set. Okay, but where are you trying to purchase it from exactly? Like, are you trying to purchase it from Cool Stuff, TCG Player? Are you trying to purchase it from eBay? Or are you trying to purchase it from a local card shop? It's a deal on Dave and Adam. So when it comes to sites like that, and especially Dave and Adam's too, I'm not too familiar with them. I don't use them too often. I'm kind of against it, and the only reason being is a lot of people will end up doing like box breaks, and once they kind of get the hits out of the way, the big hits, they'll put those cards to the side and they'll crack open another box, and they'll kind of get what they think is, I guess, a lot of people in the community that do, I guess, live box breaks or claims, they call it sniping, and people will snipe out the packs. But anyways, long story short, sometimes I just don't think you're going to get anything better than getting it out of a sealed booster box. You're guaranteed that nobody ever cracked it open. It's been sealed and nothing has been really messed with. And you can check the the wrapping around everything and kind of, make an educated guess on yourself of whether this was tampered with or not. So I always would go for, in that situation, a sealed booster box. If it was from a reputable seller or from a local, Pokemon distributor, or if you're getting packs like that from a card shop, I think it makes a big difference, And there is, people can be like, oh, that kind of sounds crazy and ridiculous. Well, it's not, If, there's someone out there that gets a booster box, they open it up and they pull, I don't know, let's say they open a booster box of Burning Shadows and they pull the hyper rare Charizard. Well, they pulled the hit out of there. Almost 99% of the time, you're not going to pull another hyper rare Charizard out of that booster box. So what are you going to do with the rest of the 35 packs, right? You're going to put them to the side. You're not going to care about the rest, more than likely, because you already got the chase card out of it. And then you're going to add another pack to it and be like, oh, look, here, there's a super deal of these 36 individual packs. Why don't you come get some? So why'd they even open up those 36 packs out of that booster box in the first place? What's the reason behind it? That's just the way I think, though. Now, we are all open to our own opinions, but that's just the way my brain works in those kind of situations. And I always try to make sure I'm getting the best deal possible at the end. And I'm not going to, waste my money or be disappointed with the product I'm getting. So I hope that helps you out a little bit in your decision. What do we got? We got too late for a first edition. Then again, I thought it was too soon for another shiny Zard. Yeah. You never know what Pokemon is going to do, but I think if the time is right now, with all hype going on, legitimately, if they dropped a first edition set, there would be Pokemania all over the place. I mean, you would be seeing so many YouTube videos and so much stuff on Pokemon Radio and, all the blogging websites about this new first edition set that's going to come out. And it'd be crazy in the Pokemon world. They need to bring back e-cards via phone app. Oh, the good idea there. Or Pokemon Go integration. You are not lying, Hayate-san. That would be a great idea. I mean, they can do so much, right? This platform for them is just growing and growing. They can legitimately outsource anywhere they want to. I'm surprised they don't do, I don't know if Yizzy is still in the chat over here, but me and him actually talked about some things that Pokemon should be doing with just online and YouTube and stuff, and how much endless possibilities they have. And they kind of don't, which is mind-boggling. They kind of just refer to their, their cemented platform that they've built over the years, and they're kind of okay with how they promote, in their own community that they've built throughout the last 20 years. But there's so much potential out there for them to do more stuff. So much. Yeah, for sure. Right now, what's setting nostalgia for everyone getting it or getting back into it. Are we talking about the evolutions? Is that what we're talking about, Urban CNG? Unless packs are much cheaper, it's a deal on DV. Okay, we read that. Burning Shadows ETBs up to $60 on Amazon. They will slowly go up in price. Yeah, guys. I mentioned that in my video that released yesterday. Was it yesterday? If you guys missed it, I'm talking about, in that one, I talk about sets that are going to be popular, in my opinion, and what they're selling for at the low end, at the high end, and what the average is. And if you guys missed that, definitely tune in after the live stream. I run some numbers. I did some extensive research on eBay as my main source of platform for that, and they're rising. There's some sets that drop only due to reprints, right? Or they only drop due to reprints, not because that people didn't want them. They're highly popular sets. And yeah, people are, what they're doing right now is they're finding these Burning Shadows ETBs at Target. I myself am finding them right now, but I am leaving there because, like I said earlier, it's all about, putting my money where I need to keep the channel afloat. And buying them up for, I think they're going for $35 at Target. They have that. Some of them have that $34.95 extreme value deal on it, and reselling them for $60. And I would not be surprised if newer collectors coming to the Pokemon community that don't know any better are buying them up, and that's going to influence the market. Makes sense why it's cheaper. Okay, so we were talking about the Ultra Prism, yeah, the open booster box. Bought many graded cards from them. Okay, so they're a reliable source. Okay, so yeah, if Pokemon Hollow can vouch for them in the chat, and this is why I love people communicating in the chat, because things that I'm not entirely sure about, people like Pokemon Hollow can chime in and help out. So if they're a reputable site, then I wouldn't see why it wouldn't be a bad deal to get it from them. What if I'm holding them to resell? I mean, then at that point, you're not really worried about it, right? As long as that you're not getting damaged product, or the packs haven't been, attempted to be resealed, or whatever the case may be. I mean, sometimes stuff like that does happen. You see it more or less on eBay rather than a website, because they're not going to want to ruin their reputation. But it's something to watch out for. You don't know where these guys are getting some of their product, right? Booster boxes is better to buy. Loose packs is a lot of work. Yeah, I agree there, Pokemon Hollow. So yeah, that's why I love the open chat. That way we can talk about different, aspects of Pokemon stuff. Even if I'm caught up in a different conversation, someone else can answer for me. So thank you so much, Pokemon Hollow. Sorry, I'm late. I got drawn into the hype, got scared, and pulled the trigger, and just paid $80 for 2 to 3 packs of evolutions. Oh, 2 3-pack blisters. Oh, I thought you said 2 to 3 packs. 2 3-pack blisters. Oh man, that's still a lot. That's still a lot, buddy. I mean, you got to do what you got to do if you're worried about it. But I myself, if I'm going to get any evolutions, I'm going to try my luck with the Kantos collection that's coming out. I know it's going to hit the shelves, so I'm going to try my best with that. And if I don't get it, I mean, I'm not a, I don't invest to resell or anything like that. I buy stuff because I like it. I want to keep it. So I'm not really too worried about really losing my, losing on evolutions. I opened it while I had it. I had a lot of fun, and I'll just leave it that way. I'll just leave it that way. That's about 50 Pokeballs. Well, today they got me sucked in the hype and scared I won't get it. Yeah, a lot of people are doing that, and a lot of people are dropping that $500 mark right now. Actually, I've seen higher sales right now, about $550 for those evolution booster boxes because nobody wants to miss out. Everybody's getting some FOMO. Keeping the channel afloat is a half battle, for real. Yeah, it is, dude. It really is, Urban CNG. It really is. It's a lot of time and a lot of money too, and you got to kind of, as you go, figure out where you want to allocate your money to and what's going to be the best or the next thing. So always have some stuff in the back burner that you want to, spend a little extra on and then have to fall back on other things. So I knew I was going to want to go in on Champion's Path, and I knew I was going to fall back on Vivid Voltage, but I already had planned that, right before, about a couple weeks ago, Champion's Path came out. Dean, what's going on, my dude? I wish I got some more common base set graded cards before the big price. And yeah, dude, you ain't lying. Me and you both. I mean, the local card shop had a bunch of them, right? We could have just went in there like picking daisies and gotten a whole bunch of them. And now they've been freaking raided through. Just the other day too, Dean, I found, I was talking to Neil and he said that there's people waiting outside the line before they even opened to run in there and buy up all the Evolutions Charizards they had. They had like 3 or 4 of them along with some Japanese ones. And they got bought out. There's people waiting outside of the door. I bought lots of Evolutions 3-pack blisters 1 to 5 months ago, $12 each. Idea was to open them in the future. If packs get too expensive, I'll keep them sealed. Yeah, that's not a bad call at all right now with what's going on. I mean, I have my own opinions, I have my own predictions, and people are also, talking to me outside of either YouTube comments or whatnot or through the chat, and they're giving me their opinions as well, and they're trying to explain to me why they think Evolutions might not be reprinted or might not be re-released, and I value their points as well. It's just one of those things that we don't know that Pokemon's exactly going to do 100%. Every time we think that Pokemon is going to go and shut it all down, we find it right back on the shelf, right? So, I mean, we're at their hands and at their mercy when it comes to reprinting and either, gaining value in a product or dimming it down back to a normal price tag. I'm going to do a vid buying 18 lightning boxes from Walgreens, getting a booster box full of evolutions. Nice. Those lightning boxes from Walgreens actually have a Hidden Fates pack, guys. So if you want to go to your local Walgreens, but they're on the expensive side, those boxes. You get 3 packs, and they're $17.99. So they're a little bit more on the expensive side for 3 packs, but you get that Hidden Fates one, and Hidden Fates right now on resale. What I'm seeing right now from claim sales is going from about $10 to $12, depending on the person running the claim sale. So yeah, still not a bad deal, right? If you consider the Hidden Fates being at that $10 to $12 mark. I bought 4 ETBs XY Evo for $200 2 weeks ago, sold them and got my money back. You probably sold them and got your money back and then some, right? Because if you bought 4 then you're saying you bought them at $50 a piece, and right now I'm seeing them online for $100 a piece almost, especially the Charizard one. The Blastoise one will really sell about that $85 to $95 range, and that Charizard ones are selling from $100, and some people are willing to pay the $120 price, which is wild. Think about it. Like, I went to my Walmart just a month ago, and I purchased 4 Evolutions ETBs for $30 a piece. I mean, I walked out like a bandit. And I only bought them because I wanted to open them on the channel. And now that I know they're going for such a price, no, I'm not keeping them to go ahead and sell them later. That's not my thing. But I am going to keep it, and I'll probably open it a year maybe from now, or maybe 2 years from now, and gladly open it. And that's one of the things I'm glad I bought now, because I'll get to have it as a treat for the channel. And I think a lot of you guys would be interested, right? I mean, tell me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I think a lot of you guys would be interested if I cracked open an Evo box from, you know, a year or two from now, because we won't see many of those videos appear anymore as far as like new era Pokemon content. What do you reckon happens to box break channels when vintage product starts to dry up within the next year? I mean, it's not a dead market in that sense. What they're going to do is when as years goes on, different products will technically start becoming vintage, right? So they're never really going to die out on vintage stuff. They're just going to consider something else vintage. That's what's going to happen, you know. They're just, as 1 year passes, that's another year a set gets older and is that much more considered to be vintage. So it's not a dying thing, you know. I mean, the base say, yeah, all that stuff's really gonna die out, and there won't be any more hype with that. But as the years goes by, sets get older and they'll be considered vintage. What do we got? Why try to do diverse stuff? TCG, retro, MTG, Dragon Ball Z, Final Fantasy. Oh yeah, no doubt, guys, no doubt. Yeah, I don't blame you. You guys have a smorgasbord of different content on there, and I enjoy it. And I don't know a lot. Excuse me, about the, you know, the Dragon Ball stuff and the Final Fantasy stuff and the Magic the Gathering, but I do know my Pokemon, right, for the most part. And that's why I don't open up that, you know, stuff on the channel, but I do enjoy, you know, watching that stuff because, yeah, I learn a thing or two as time goes on. And I watch more in those type of videos. Especially the Dragon Ball stuff. I've been watching a lot more Dragon Ball stuff lately because those cards are kind of interesting. The artwork on there is great. They're super unique. What do you think about Legendary Collection coming back since it has similar artwork? I would love if Legendary Collection came back. But talk about a expensive set. You know, talk about an expensive set. That reverse Charizard, man, is a card that I would absolutely drool over if I had it, especially at a high PSA. I don't know if they're going to bring that one back, to be honest. I mean, those reverse rares in general from that set, the reverse hollows in general, are super unique. I mean, that Fireworks reverse is absolute fire. I mean, I take a Dratini in a reverse like that just to have in my collection because it looks that good. You know, Golem, whatever the case may be. I don't think they're going to redo a similar set like that. I think Legendary Collection is just going to be Legendary Collection. If they're going to reprint anything, it's just going to be like another basic, regular, you know, hollow card like they kind of did with Evolutions. But I don't see them doing that Fireworks reverse like they did with Legendary Collection, which I think was an absolute great idea. Such a great set, and I really do wish I could afford it. I really do. But I can't. I'm a realist, and I know I can't. I mean, I know I probably will never be able to. But I can drool over it and wish, you know, that I had something like that. I spend most of my money on vintage cards and packs. Yeah, I mean, you can't ever go wrong with vintage. I mean, you can definitely go wrong with modern, and you're just basically like going into the stock market. You don't know what's going to rise or, you know, when to buy or when to sell. And the same thing was with modern. You don't know what's going to rise in price all of a sudden. You don't know what's going to fall like a sink like a rock. You just don't know, and that's similar kind of concept with the stock market as well. With the vintage stuff, I mean, you know, it's going to rise. It's vintage for a reason. I mean, it's old, and the better grade you get it, it's going to rise. Vintage is definitely the way to go. If you have a limited amount of money and you want to just kind of invest in one thing and hope that it gains value in the future, vintage is the way to go 100%. If you're one of those unsure buyers, that's the route you want to go to. I highly recommend. Just because you don't want to get burned by a modern set when it just absolutely tanks because either a reprint or loss of interest or other factors that can make a set not sought after. What do we got? It's very easy to do. I do it every day. Yesterday I bought a Plasma Freeze, Plasma Blast, and Dark Explorers. If you're referring to finding vintage stuff, yeah, I mean, it's very easy to do. You just gotta put in the work. One of my friends, Nat Shivam, he talks about that a lot. You know, people say that he says that people are complaining about the prices right now and everything's so expensive. Well, if you really do your research and just kind of read in between the lines and really sink your teeth into finding something that you really want, you're going to find a great price somewhere. But you really have to do that research. If you just look up and you find the first thing you see and that's what you want to buy, yeah, you're going to pay that expensive price tag. But if you dive in real deep in between the lines and really grind and dig, you're going to find something that's actually at an affordable price and you won't regret really buying, especially when it comes to vintage. Definitely do a little bit of research with the vintage and do a little bit of research with finding raw cards too. You can find raw cards of a vintage set that are going to be a lot cheaper than a PSA, right? And really look at the pictures, ask for more pictures, ask for different angles if you're talking to someone, and really get a good look at that card because you can get it for a cheaper price and then send it off the PSA yourself and actually be happy with this result you might get. I've seen no Champions Path ETBs or new picking collection while out today, 11 hours in 18 stores, nothing but herd of sheep. Yeah, double boxes are pretty much the only thing you're going to find now. I haven't heard of anything like that in my area either. It's kind of just going to happen in late December when the Hidden Fates ETBs drop, and that's when we'll see the Champions Path as well, ETBs. But yeah, right now I haven't heard anything. Like, I think there's like one person I heard that got some ETBs at Target like last week, and I think that was just a by chance situation, just got super lucky. But you're going to find the sheep boxes. It is what it is. That's all that's really left. Even the pins were, so popular and gone. The Stow Insides are gone as well. Look out for those Marty collections, though. We could find some of those. Some stores probably didn't stock them up. I know Target, a lot of Target is really good about setting their stuff off on release day. And if their shelves are full, they won't put more product on there. They're not going to take product off to put new product on. So they're going to wait till some product sells out, and then they're going to put those new collections on there, even if it's release day, So if your Target is full of stock right now and you don't see those box collections, they probably do have it in the back somewhere, and the distributor will stock the shelves. Mind you, this is all opinion-based, of course. Don't take it to heart. But once the stock stops coming down a little bit, then the distributor is going to have that extra room, and then they're going to stock those newer products that were supposed to be out on release day. But Target is really good about that, on not releasing before the date it's supposed to go on to. But they also won't stock it if the shelves are full. Shining Legends had a reprint recently, and prices are not too high in the Raichu collection and TCG Blade are a good set. Yeah, for a while too, their Trading Card Game collection, GameStop had them on their website for I think $10, and Target was price matching them, and there was a ton at my Target 2 weeks ago. I mean, I'm talking about 30 boxes worth, And I wanted to, if I could, I would, and I wanted to purchase a bunch of them, and just have them stocked up so I could open them later, because Shining Legends is truly a fun set. The Rayquaza in there is absolutely nice. You can get the Mewtwo, you can get a bunch of shiny cards from there that are absolutely cool, and it will raise value in time and, over a longer period of time, because it is technically a shiny set. But yeah, that GameStop deal was good, and price matches were happening at Target for that. I think he means Legendary Collection going up in value. I have a binder full of those reverse hollows. Love them all too much to sell. Yeah, dude, Pokemon Hollow, I agree 100%. It's those reverse hollows, man, are something else, and I would love to own that set. That's one of my bucket list items to get in Pokemon. More than a lot of stuff. I'd pass on some of the fossil stuff, some of the jungle stuff, even some of the base stuff, just to get that Legendary Collection stuff. I mean, it was released in 2002, right? It wasn't that far off from any of those sets. So yeah, I'd 100%. That's my bucket list kind of item to get. Yes, exactly, because eventually all the base set, etc., will dry up or be too expensive. So maybe the next thing is Legendary Collection. Legendary Collection, man, that's a great set. I wish. That's my bucket list item, is to get something cool from the Legendary Collection. If I got a pack from there, just a pack, I'd love to have one sealed as well. I wouldn't want to know what the weight is. I don't want to know any of that. I just want to have a nice sealed pack in the back. I think that'd be cool. And maybe like after a milestone, maybe I'd crack it open and be surprised or heavily disappointed. But either way, I'd be super happy with it. It could be the stock in person was late. Dude, I went back to my Target and it was gone. What? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, I found Champions Path ETBs at Walmart day before release. Bought 3. Yeah, a lot of places for Champions Path were stocking it 2 days beforehand on Wednesday. I know my area they were. I mean, people were all over Facebook Marketplace in the Central Florida area talking about how they had ETBs on a Wednesday and they were supposed to release on Friday. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, all the social media sites, smash that thumbs up button, and comment down below. Thank you so much, Bennett Productions. I really appreciate that. Thank you for that special reminder. Went to like 5 Targets here in San Antonio, couldn't find any Marnies. Chris, me neither. They were supposed to be out today, and I don't see them. I did recommend to people on my live stream what I did 2 days ago about going early just for that reason. They could have stocked them on Wednesday or Thursday, and people walked in at the right place at the right time. That's what happened with the Champions Path ETBs when they released, and we might have seen the same thing with the Marnies. I know a lot of people wanted the Marnie stuff, not so much the Hatterene, but definitely the Marnie because of that special playmat in there, and then you get 7 booster packs from it. Could be the case with what happened there as well in the San Antonio area, because I checked my 4 local Targets in the last 3 days. I've checked 3 Walmarts and nothing as well, and I think that's a good indication of my general area, whether or not that product was even available in my area as well. So I feel the pain on that. I did open a Marnie box on Wednesday because I got it from a local distributor, but I wanted one more to just have, sealed and then treat myself to it down the road when, that product is not really available anymore. When I was younger, Fossil is when I got out of Pokemon. Now I'm Pollock having fun. Now I'm a Pollock having fun. Dude, I hear you. That man, you left early. I left in the Neo era. I had some Neo stuff left over, and then that's when, I don't know what happened, how I fell off or when I fell off. Or not when I fell off, but like not what reason. And yeah, it was about that Neo era for me. I purchased all the 29 singles I needed because honestly, with the price hike, I wouldn't be able to afford more boxes. However, I kept one sealed. Are we talking about Evolutions there, the nub? Can Hollow Phantoms be weighed? $40 to $45 for a booster seems low for that old of a pack. I don't remember. I don't know if Hollow Phantoms can be weighed. I can't really research that on Google, but it all really depends on it probably can. I think it's an old enough set to where it didn't have the different code cards in there. I think it can. But J Bob and Sons, what's going on, dude? How much Vivid Voltage are you buying? I am buying 1 booster box, my friend. I'm just getting 1 booster box because I went on Champions Path and I already had in mindset that I was going to spend a little bit more on Champions Path and I was going to fall back on Vivid Voltage. That was predetermined by me, so I'm not upset at myself. I'm not hating myself. I knew what I was getting myself into, so probably 1 booster box of Vivid Voltage, and I'm going to milk it for a few videos, and once I'm done, I'm done. If I get a hold of a Build and Battle Kit, sure, I'll be happy with that, but that's pretty much it. Maybe a 3-pack blister if I find one hanging on the shelf, but that's pretty much it. So taking a big back seat on that one. How far back were we considered vintage? Surely not exclusive to find first gen or even second gen packs now. Sorry, late to the party. Not a problem there, Tyler. I don't know. I really consider vintage for me per se is about 10 years. 10 years would be considered that vintage mark for me for some of the items. A lot of people say if you're getting into investing, you want to hold it for 5 to 10 years because that's when it kind of just becomes that vintage era. So I don't like the 5-year thing. I'm not a fan of the 5 years, but I would say 10 years for me is really considered vintage in that time frame. Me personally, like I said, we all have our different opinions, but that's more or less vintage for me is 10 years. I hear allocations are being cut. I would not be surprised. The Amazing Rares are going to be legitimately amazing. And the Chunky Pikachu in there is going to be sought after card. So people are going to dive to the next best thing, and the next best thing is going to be Vivid Voltage because it's going to be realistically the best, the cheapest thing, I should say, at this time frame, right? In the market that we're seeing right now, it's going to be the cheapest thing to get, and they're going to buy it up, and they're going to buy it up for that price until it gets more expensive. Vintage is undefined. Yes, Hollow Phantoms can be weighed. Okay, Pokemon Hollow. So yeah, Hollow Phantoms can be weighed. I thought it was one of those sets that were right on the border of not being able to get weighed to being weighed. PSA stock has went up significantly in the last 6 months. Made some easy money. Nice, Mike D. Great investment. Yeah, PSA. I forgot who mentioned it. Somebody actually mentioned that about 6 months ago during COVID, like at its prime, that PSA... buy PSA up because it's on the down, right? Because they were shut down for a while. Buy it up while you can. It's cheap because when it opens back up, people are going to be sending cards in like freaking maniacs. And right on cue is exactly what happened. Now they're backed up 6 to 8 months. Rob, I'm sending you ATP. Dude, Urban CNG, I appreciate it, but you definitely don't have to send me anything, man. Just you guys hanging out in the live stream with me and just talking some Pokemon, which I'd like to do. I know Chelsea gets tired of me. I try to talk to Pokemon with Chelsea so much. I mean, so much. And she just legitimately sometimes wants to just put some earplugs in and walk away. So I really do enjoy this kind of conversation. I love going live. I love hearing opinions, and I love just talking about it. So this just means the world to me. You do not have to send me anything. I appreciate the gesture, though. I really do. I hear you, man. Same. I just ordered some Vivid ETBs, and that's it for now. Don't blame me there, J. Bob and Sons. You're going to get those 8-packs out of it. You're going to get the sweet sleeves from it and the dividers and, all the goodies that come inside. So that'd be enough for me, too. An ETB, maybe, or a booster box, and I'd be happy. That's cool. I don't plan on doing a master set with it. Maybe down the road, I'll just buy cards here and there and fill up a binder, but that's pretty much what I'm going to stick with. Vintage on Etsy is 20 years, but that's not specific to Pokemon cards, obviously. Yeah, I think Pokemon Hollow made a good point there earlier about it just being one of those things that, what you consider vintage. For me personally, I consider it about 10 years. 10 years for me is vintage. I think when it comes to cars, right, it's 20 years to consider a car vintage, or antique, I should say, not vintage. So, in my opinion, it's 10 years for cardboard. I bought a first edition Team Rocket Charmander from a card shop for 50 cents back in May, I believe. I could get a PSA 9, most likely an 8. I don't want to sell it at all. I wouldn't want to either. I got a first edition Team Rocket Charizard or Charmander myself. I also have a Charizard, but I got a Charmander myself. And I'm actually going to do a video with that stuff here at Poke Cards, Kevin, for those of you guys who care that are in the live chat right now. I'm going to do basically, I have a bunch of raw cards. I'm going to see what I think they will get in PSA value. And then I'm going to go online and I'm going to talk about... I'm going to look up PSA 10s, PSA 9s, and what they're going for. And kind of predict that. Because eventually I am going to send this off to PSA when it hopefully kind of dies down a little bit. I mean, I don't want to wait 6 to 8 months to get my first edition cards back. But yeah, that's my plan. So if you guys would like to see that type of video too, let me know in the live chat. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be one of those longer videos, but I want to know some feedback on that as well. Dan, Burning Shadows. What about Burning Shadows ETB? We just talked about that earlier, Dan. Somebody brought up that those ETBs are right now going for $60 on eBay. And if they're going for $60 eBay right now, a few months down the road, they're going to be a lot more expensive. And right now you can find those things at Target for about $35 to $40. Depending if they have that special extra value deal going on them. So, Burning Shadows in general, I said in my older video that I think it's going to be a set that's going to blow up. It has the first hyper rare Charizard technically coming out of that set. There was a great first print run for it, and there was a terrible reprint of it. So those first edition Charizards hyper rare, or not first edition Charizard, I'm sorry. Those hyper rare Charizards from Burning Shadows from the first print run are going for $3,500 right now on a PSA 10. And I think it's every bit of it worthy of that price because of the print being so bad with the other Charizards. There's not a lot of 10s out there. The population is super low. And once people start finding that out, when they come, the newer ones that come into the community, they're going to be eating that stuff up. And Burning Shadows for me is going to be one of those sets that the booster boxes will all of a sudden be like Evolutions, where it went from, $150 to $500 in Burning Shadows aspects, right now they're going for about 250 to like 275 range. And I could see them in a week span just blowing up to that $500-600 range just because of that Zard itself. And in general, guys, for those of you that are just kind of new into the community and trying to figure out booster boxes themselves, if it has a Charizard in it, it's going to be valuable. Every single Charizard right now in these booster boxes in the last 4 years are pretty expensive on the market right now. And Burning Shadows is probably going to be one of the most expensive ones, followed by Unbroken Bonds, followed by a Cosmic Eclipse. And then, of course, we're going to have our Champion's Path, which is still kind of in limbo with those prices. And the Hidden Fates Charizard, of course, that was coming from a collector set as well. We've seen those things go for hundreds and some hitting the $1,000 marks. So I hope that helps. Do you watch Alpha Investments? Your thought on his base set 2 booster box. I do watch Alpha Investments, but I have not seen his new video about the Pokemon sets. I know he posted that thumbnail with a bunch of those booster boxes, and I need to watch it. But he's been really going in on the Magic stuff, and that's something I'm really not into. But he said, you know, he basically goes into detail about how Magic is just kind of a dying game right now. And, you know, that's not something I really wanted to watch. And I did see that, but I've been so busy the last 4 days between work and doing stuff for the channel that I haven't caught it yet. So as soon as I get into that Poke Garage, I will let you know my thoughts on that. Because he does make some really good points. He's very transparent. And he's legitimately cut dry. He's cut dry kind of guy. And he'll tell you how it is. So I do enjoy his stuff. Agree, 10 years sounds solid. I regret selling my full set at a garage sale from Base Set 1, first edition. Through Gym Leaders and Rocket Eras, maybe a few after. Little me wanted a PS2 so bad. Yeah. Trust me, Tyler, you're not the only one. There's a lot of collectors out there that have done the same thing. There's a lot of collectors that sold a bunch of their first editions or their base sets unlimited a year ago. And right now they're kicking themselves in the behind because they just did it a year ago. So don't feel bad about selling it a while ago because you wanted a PS2. That is what it is. You know, who knew that Pokemon was going to do something like that? But the ones from a year ago are really freaking out right now. Really, really freaking out. Don't worry about it, dude. You're not spamming at all. I don't mind the stuff at all. I'm trying to read it as fast as I can and get through questions as fast as I can, but also as correct as I can. Just seeing my bud set, he's collecting consistently through the years, and the value goes up. It's so insane. Yeah, that's a great thing to see, right? When you have just collected for so long, and then there's finally some value in your set, and all that work that you put into gaining these cards, keeping them nice, you know, sleeving them up, and just keeping them stored away in a proper location really pays off. And that's always a beautiful thing to see in collecting. I got a fax. What is going on, my dude? Lumberjack AVSH. Bet, thanks. Not a problem, Dan. I am here to help as best as I can. And like I said, for those new guys that are popping into the live stream, if you have not hit that like button, please consider liking it. And if you hate what I have to say, give me a dislike. I get it. You know, I look back. I try to get as much feedback as possible. So, mark my words. Darkness Blaze will hit eventually. We just talked about that earlier there, Lumberjack. Yeah, it will. It will. It came out. There was hype around it with the VMAX Charizard. Everyone was freaking out. But then, like, Champion's Path clicked, right? And then people just started forgetting about Darkness Blaze and was like, okay, well, you know, we wanted the hyper rare Charizard out of Darkness Blaze. We didn't get it, but it's going to be in Champion's Path. What? Let's get after it. So eventually Darkness Blaze is going to come back. The cards in there are really cool. It's a great master set to complete, and it's going to be popular. Plus it has a Zard in it. So whenever a set has a Zard in it, and especially it's one of those chase cards, it's going to rise with time. It took Evolutions 4 years, all of a sudden to rise. Don't forget, boxes were $100 a month ago. Yeah, that's absolute nuts. That's why I bought all the Poketins today. They have Evo and Burning Shadows, and then we're crazy that they're going for $10 back for Evo when Hidden Fates is $10 back. Yeah, but I mean, if Evolutions is truly not going to be ever printed again, I could see it going for that price. And on top of that, Evolutions is 4 years old. Hidden Fates is only working on 1 year, give or take. So, I mean, you know. Respect the community interaction. Dude, thank you for... wait, okay, I got confused. Tyler, and we got a Just Tyler, so we got two of y'all. Yeah, dude, no problem, man. It's nice. It's nice to really talk and reach out to the community, and I don't mind doing this stuff at all. And I like your opinions as well. That's why I'd like to have these kind of like, you know, almost one-on-one conversations with stuff on live streams and through chat because I respect what you guys have to say also. And, you know, I think having YouTube as a platform, as a content creator, being able to reach out with you guys and have that conversation and kind of get your ideas really helps me out as a channel, and also helps you guys out with some potential information. And also we can collaborate back and forth just doing this and really gauging our opinions right now in the Pokemon community. And I think it's an important thing. And a lot of places, you know, don't have this kind of platform and stuff to really have a thing like this. So I really do enjoy these kind of live streams. Not just opening a ton of crazy packs, right? It's not always about that sometimes. Any advice regarding the Costco 3 Pokeball sets? They have a pallet stacked of them. I'd get them just because they look cool. I legitimately, I think when I was finally setting up the studio and I kind of wanted to have it where I have it today, I wanted to build a shelf, right? And they were going to look like those Pokeball, you know, things that you find at Costco. And I was going to build a shelf and put like individual Pokeballs in it. Well, Costco kind of just did that for me anyway. So I want to get some of those myself and, you know, put them on there. But the Pokeballs they have in there, if you're looking for the packs themselves, I know they're pretty good. I think they have a Burning Shadows in there and an Evolutions. I think this one right here will have Evolutions in it and Burning Shadows. I think those are the 2 packs you can find inside this Pokeball, in the Dusk Ball. I'm almost 100. I did a video on this. So I'm obviously not going to open this one to figure it out. I'll go back to my video and get the exact details. But these will have an Evolutions and Burning Shadows. I am almost 100%. And I think the other one is Crimson Invasion. So, yeah. This is a great one to get if you guys want to find an Evolutions pack. And these go for $11, $12, $11, something along the range. And you get the Burning Shadows too. So, plus it looks cool. This is my favorite one that they came out with. I really like that freaking vomit green color. I think the Dust Ball is cool with the orange, man. So, if you can find those at Target, pick them up. I know they're there. I've seen them. I changed my name. Okay, just how that makes sense. Nothing wrong with that. I think we also need to factor in possible financial hit as a result of crisis, lockdown, and limitations. Yeah, I mean, also, Pokemon Hell, I mean, a lot of the crisis caused people to go into collecting and start investing, right? Because people were getting that stimulus check. And with the stimulus check, you were getting an influx of money, and people were a little bored at home because they weren't able to go out anywhere during the COVID times. So they were taking that money and they were just investing it into collectibles. And one of those collectibles were and is currently still Pokemon. And those people that started investing or spending money on packs just to, you know, buy some time are now in the hobby doing it full time, you know. So a lot of this COVID, a lot of the crisis, a lot of lockdown stuff really influenced the market, right? We saw a spike as soon as people were getting their stimulus checks in collectibles, especially Pokemon. And that spike trickled down a little bit as the stimulus started going away. And then here comes Logan Paul, and then we just freaking saw a skyrocket, a freaking NASA spaceship take off. So, I mean, we were coming down a little bit. We definitely were coming down a little bit, but now it's on a whole new different level. And I thought it was crazy with the stimulus checks. I thought this rise in Pokemon investing and the products and the prices and the market was nuts with COVID. If you would have told me this was going to happen a few months down the road, I probably would have laughed. I probably would have found it a little bit comical thinking that we were going to see such a spike in Pokemon prices, especially the vintage product too. I mean, that just, you know, I didn't expect it to go off like this. Rob, I just opened a Dust Ball 30 minutes ago. What'd you get out of it? It's got Evolutions, Burning Shadows, and Base of the Moon. Hey, okay, so I knew it had one of those more non-side after sets in there. But yeah, Evolutions, Burning Shadows, guys. So I'm going to show it again for those of you guys in the live stream right now and want to know, or those of you just joined. This right here, it is roughly, I think, $10 to $12, no more than that, at your local Target. I haven't seen them at Walmart, really. And they will have your Evolutions pack, and they will have the Burning Shadows, 2 great sets that I recommend getting. So, get after it. Get on after it. Rob just answered my question about the Pokeball. I swear, me and my son get great pulls off Pokeballs. Yeah, I've gotten some pretty good ones too myself. Best pulls ever off Pokeballs. I love those things. I actually have, let me scoot out of the way, guys. But like a whole collection of them right here. I even kept the little thing they come with at the store. I absolutely love the way it looks. So, I mean, it's in the back. My big body covers it up. But, yeah, I think those are freaking awesome, man. They're really, really cool. So I like to keep them like that. They're a lot of fun to open, too. But a lot of big things happened outside of the stimulus that justified the market value. Yeah, I mean, there was a bunch of influencing going on. You're right. I mean, you said it before I got the point. You said it before I got to the point, Logan Paul. Yeah, I agree. I mean, the stimulus stuff really kind of opened up the gateway, really. And then, just gradually opened the gates. And then Logan Paul came in there and Hulk smashed it wide open. Just freaking Spartan kicked it wide open, and then all these celebrities started flooding the market now, and now we see what we see now, which is influencing, and vintage will always influence modern, because the people that have to leave the vintage market because they can't afford it anymore will start dipping into the modern stuff, which makes it more expensive, aka evolutions. The first wave was a money influx and not much financial worry, but the second wave is different. It's going to hurt people a lot more short and long term, less of that extra money. Yeah, I agree. Those stimulus checks are really not coming anymore, at least for over here in the United States, at least that I know of. I mean, I don't really keep up with it that much. I try to stay away from politics as much as possible. But, yeah, I don't see that extra influx of money coming anytime soon. If you buy your Pokeball tins for Evo, make sure they say 20 on the bottom, or they could have Fates collide instead of Evo. Ooh, good point there. Just poking fun. Good point there. Got it at GameStop today. 12, I think. 24 for 3 of those. $8 per tin at Costco. Nice. Did it have the Dusk Ball in it, K-Bacon? Let me know if they had the Dusk Ball in it. I think they did. I think they had the all-white one, which is... I don't even remember which one that's called. The Dust Ball, I believe it had. And then it had a Luxury Ball as well, I believe. Nick Rage, how was your day today? My day was good, man. It was just another 9 to 5 kind of day. Woke up, got some work in, sweat in the sun. Then the clouds rolled over and rained. I work outside. I do plumbing, so I got rained on for a little bit. So now I was like, it's a perfect time to go. Headed home. And, yeah, pretty much decided to do a live stream. I wasn't expecting to do this tonight. And here we are today, hanging out with you guys, hanging out with the Rob Mom. Thanks a lot, Pokefon. There it is. Pokemon community in the chat, helping each other out with some product information. Yes, I've opened them before. The Pokeball's nice. I love Pokemon. I just need to announce that the NBA is coming back Christmas. Hallelujah. Also, my dad does plumbing for new homes. Nice there, Tom Bystander. That's nice, man. Plumbing is pretty difficult sometimes. It really is one of those kind of frustrating jobs that that's very tedious and you want to rip your hair out of your head. But, yeah, guys, let me know if you have... I don't even know how long we've been going for, to be honest. Oh, hour and 12 minutes. So, we'll probably kick it for about another 18 minutes or so, and then we'll call it a stream for the most part. So, if you guys have any more questions or, anything you want to kind of dance around, I'm definitely down to talk about it and find out what you guys may have in store for me. And if we need to look something up, we'll look something up. Also, yeah, let me get some feedback too, guys. If you guys want to see that kind of style of video where I go over my first edition Team Rocket stuff and I go over them raw, kind of debate on what grade they may or may not get, and then look over on YouTube, or not YouTube, I'm sorry, look over on eBay and find out what PSA 10s, 9s, and 8s are going for, and really kind of gauge what we have going on. Let me know if you guys want to see that type of style of video, and I will do one. How much can you bench press? Dude, I haven't been to the gym forever, man. I know how much I can eat, that's for sure. But I don't know how much I can bench press anymore. Any video you want to update, my man, I'll watch. Dude, appreciate that there, Tom Bystander. Appreciate that. I seen you doing that, looking like a plumbing pool. How many pools can you have in that state up north? Dude, I'm in the state down south. I'm in Florida. There's tons of pool everywhere. There's always work. Can you sing us a jingle? I'm going to actually open a Hidden Fates right before we end. One of those blisters. Those Canadian blisters. And if I pull a Geodude, I'll gladly do the jingle. Yeah, there you go. Just Tyler. Want to talk about cracking open one pack so I can live vicariously? Yeah, I'm actually going to crack one open. If you guys stick around to the end, right before we end the live stream, I'm going to end it with a Hidden Fates. Actually, 2 booster packs, because I'll show you guys right now, actually. Since there's no real questions up there right now with people wondering what's going on. So these are only available in Canada. My friend that goes by DNA Pokemon on YouTube hit me up and told me they were available. As you can see, there's 2 packs inside. They go in Canadian for $12.98. I don't know what that really translates to off the top of my head as far as currency in US dollars. But yeah, he hit me up and told me he had a bunch of these over there at Walmart. Sent me a picture and I said, let me get some of these. So these are only exclusive to Canada. And I really was always wondering how I can get my hands on some. And he was nice enough to send them to me. So, of course, I paid for them. He didn't send it to me for free. But it was cool, man. So I'm glad. Because I was almost crying about it on comments about how bad I wanted these. And I finally got them. So it's freaking awesome. Difference in U.S. and Canadian print. Now, there's no difference in the print, but there's difference in the packaging. So we, as here in the United States, we have a company that distributes to Walmart, and they go by the name of MJ Holding Company. So what MJ Holding Company does is they get the Pokemon product, and they obviously put it on the shelves, right? Well, some of that product during shipping and processing in their warehouses actually gets damaged, whether a box splits wide open, or wrapping paper, Pokemon wrapping paper gets peeled off a booster box, or a box gets crushed by a forklift, whatever the case may be, right? Well, what they do is they take the loose articles in there, or out of the box, they take out all the booster packs and all the items, and they'll package it, they'll claim it as damaged out of there, and they'll repackage it in their own little blisters or sleeves. So we'll see this from MJ Holding Company. You'll also see the 2-pack blisters, or you'll see some of these. This is what we got in here in the United States. So we get some of these. So what MJ Holding Company does, instead of throwing all those Pokemon products away, they just repackage them in their own stuff and then sell it, for, because they don't want to take a loss on that damaged product, right? And they're not going to make Pokemon claim for it. So, yeah, this is what you get. So, where was I going with this? Okay, I remember. So, Canada only is available with these 2-pack blisters with the MJ Holding Company ones. These were only made specifically in Canada, but there's no difference between prints between the two types, if that makes any sense. This is what we got. Instead, we got here in the United States compared to Canada, we got these, which comes with 1 booster pack, and then you get the 1 booster pack and 5 cards inside. Whereas in Canada, they just got 2 booster packs. And I'll take these all day, every day, rather than one of these with the 5 random cards, which are going to be like a reverse holographic, probably from Cosmic Eclipse, and some Hidden Fates uncommons. So, you know what? Just because of that, we'll crack open these 2. I don't have my card cam. I never set it up because I didn't really expect to put it. I decided last minute that I was going to open up some packs. But we'll open up these 2. So it'll be 3 packs total before we end. And we'll kind of compare them and see what we essentially get from these. So I'm down to do that if you guys are down to watch that happen. So do we have any more questions, guys? We got 13 more minutes. I think this is going to take me about 5 minutes to really go through. So we got about 8 more minutes of a question, and then we are going to call it a stream. Oh, another announcement I wanted to make while I have you guys here. Next week, I typically do my PokeCast on Saturdays at 6 p.m. But next Saturday, I will not be doing it because I have some things going on. But I am going to be doing a PokeCast, but it's going to be on Wednesday. As of right now, it's official for now. Wednesday at 7 p.m. unless something changes. But it's going to be with somebody you guys know, and I've had it on the PokeCast before. It's going to be rhyme style. So if you guys want to go ahead and get all the scoop with all the base set stuff going on, and then his interaction with Logic while they were purchasing that 250,000 Charizard, you're definitely going to want to tune in for the podcast, because I'm going to be asking him all those questions, because he had a big hand in all that stuff with Logic and buying that $250,000 Charizard. So Rom Style is a lot of fun. He's a great guy. He's super transparent, and he's very knowledgeable. And a lot of fun, a lot of energy too. So I'm going to have him back on Wednesday at 7 p.m. So set your notifications for that. It's going to be great, great, great. He's a great guy. So I hope to see all of you guys there. Which was better, Logic or Logan? Well, I don't know them like as people individually, but I know that Logan purchased his first edition Charizard from Gary from Pawn Stars, which I've also had on the PokeCast. He bought it from him for, I believe, a little over 150,000, where Logic ended up buying his Charizard for over $200,000. So, yeah. So if that's what we're talking about as far as which was better as far as a purchase. I mean, Logan definitely got it for a cheaper price, whereas Logic got it for a more expensive price. But when somebody buys it for an expensive price as it is, of course, the other, the next one sold is going to be at a higher premium, especially coming from an auction like it did. It's crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. But yeah, so anyways, Ron Style next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're just going to be shooting a lot of Pokemon stuff out there and going back and forth on the current market, all the vintage stuff, even all the modern stuff. And it should be a great, great time. Ron Style is what I bought that Neo-Japanese. He got me loving Neo Genesis. Yeah, he's a big Neo guy. That's one of his favorite things to open and have as part of his collection. He's a big his favorite Pokemon is Lugia. So, yeah, he's big on the Neo stuff. Hey, man, just came into the chat. What's going on with the Vivid Voltage? Having one print run. I picked up a case, and now I'm not sure about opening it. So, Slim, the Harry, I don't know if you're referring to my thumbnail and then my title. So, there was a lot of speculations about having a print run. I don't know if you heard about it from somewhere else. But, I was going to speculate on that. But a lot of those guys that were talking about it only having a print run started retracting their statements, which made me want to retract talking about that specifically, because I don't want to speculate and then throw information out there that may or may not be true. I want to feel solid about my opinion before I start putting it into videos or on live streams. And then after they started retracting all that information, I decided not to want to go ahead and talk about it just for that reason. I don't want to give you guys wrong information, and I want you guys to enjoy Vivid Voltage. I mean, please do enjoy this set. It's going to be fun. You got the amazing rares. You got the big Pikachu. Definitely enjoy Vivid Voltage. I don't want you guys to miss out on that set or freak out or think it's going to be the next base set. You know what I mean? So enjoy Vivid Voltage. Stop worrying about that stuff. I wanted to speculate about it. That's what, I was going to start off the stream with. But when they started retracting their stuff, I was like, okay, I'm not going to speculate anymore as to why they're going to do it. I don't want to have that conversation because I don't want to give you guys wrong information. Ever. I want to, base my opinions off of things that I've seen or researched and then make my own opinion of it and then have you guys have your own opinions as well. That's why when I, do my informational videos, I always say leave a comment with your opinion below because I want to talk back and forth about it. We are all individual people and each of our opinions should be respected in the community and we should all be able to talk about it without worrying about what another person is going to say. And I'm always, when talking to you guys in the comments about any kind of opinions you may have, I'm always going to stay neutral as possible because I really want to hear you out and I want to take your opinions into consideration as well. And if you guys can change my mind, I'll gladly accept that. And I'll gladly let you know that I think your opinion is valued and important and you made an impact on me personally in changing my mind. I go into a video with information based off what I think and what I've researched and what I've done. And what I've also heard, or talked to personally or seen memos, whatever the case would be. I get my research from a lot of different areas. And I like to also hear your guys' opinions or your guys' research and my mind to be changed sometimes. I really do appreciate that. And it just feels like it makes me a better content creator because I can take that information you guys are giving me and also build onto that, theories that I may or may not have. So I hope that, you guys are not intimidated at all by putting stuff in the comments below. And if you haven't before, please do. I really do value those opinions, especially when it comes to an informational video. And that's what it's all about. And like I said, the channel will be more of a melting pot kind of thing. I'm going to have my fun openings. I'm going to have my, fun openings live. I'm going to do informational lives. I'm going to do the PokeCasts, and I'm going to do informational videos. I want to have a melting pot. That way, if you're not into pack openings and you're more into informational, cool, you got that. If you don't want the informational, you just want pack openings, cool, you got that. If you're a podcast kind of person and you like to sit in the car and just listen, cool, you got that. So I really want to be a melting pot on the channel and hope that you guys enjoy the stuff that I put out there and try to, have everything for everybody. So sorry about that rant, by the way. I don't know where it came from, but it did. Yeah, I follow a guy named Danny Phantom on Instagram. Yeah, he said something about it. Made me wonder what start searching and led me to hit the channel and the sub button. Appreciate that, Slim to Harry. I really do. Like I said, I don't want to speculate on that. I did see also he's one of the people that retracted his statements, actually. And I don't want to speculate on that as well. I'll put more information out there when the set gets closer to release and when it actually does releases and based off the popularity. And we might see a video. I'll do a video on Vivid Voltage and what I think about it in its current state. So stay tuned for something like that. But I think it's a little bit too early to start putting those speculations out there. If I'm hearing from multiple distributors that it's something that's happened, I've only heard it from 2. So I was like, well, I'm down to do a live and kind of speculate that situation. I think it'd be fun and see what you guys thought of it as well. And then they started retracting their statements, and I was like, I'm not going to be that guy on a live stream right now, speculating, being the only one out there and throwing out potentially, if not almost all of it, false information. So I'm also going to, not do that as well and keep it where we're at today. And I think this is a great live stream so far. You guys have asked plenty of amazing questions, and hopefully I answered them as best as possible, and hopefully you guys retain some information. And I've learned some stuff from you guys as well, which I really appreciate it. Isn't there a big holiday set coming out after the Voltage with the Shiny Zone? Yeah, it's going to be the Shiny Vault 2.0. That's definitely going to happen, and I think it's going to be Pokemon's 25th anniversary thing. So I think that is what's going to be for, that time period. It's going to be a lot of fun. They've already announced the Thwackey today. They announced the Snom, and they announced the Charizard VMAX Shiny. So it's going to be a big deal, guys, and it's going to be flying off the shelf. So just be ready. Do some research about it. See what kind of local distributors are going to have that kind of stuff, or your stores or whatever, local hobby shops. Start asking questions, because when the set finally has a release date on it and when it's going to come out, people are going to start freaking out of it because they know what this set did, right? This set is huge. Hidden Fates. And the first really technically big Shiny Vault set. And the collectors and the investors that have put a lot of money into Hidden Fates are going to dump it, absolutely dump it into Shiny Vault 2. Now, there may be a bunch printed. Who knows? But for right now, yeah, I think that's my opinion of the 25th anniversary for Pokemon. I know I shared a pre-order the Vivid Voltage Build-A-Box, so they're all gone. Yeah, dude. There's a few people in chat saying they were still getting it from the places. I don't know if it's going to let you scroll back all the way to like the beginning, but it's out there still and for good prices. I heard people buying it still for $20 here in the United States. So definitely do some research on it. You might still get a good price on it. Definitely don't pay $50 for a Build and Battle Kit. Please don't. Please don't. I know everybody's going to want a Charizard out of it. I'd love to get one myself. But is it worth spending $50 and being disappointed that you don't get a Charizard when you could have just paid $4 a booster pack, and just pulled whatever you're going to pull anyway? I mean, I guess it's the risk you got to take. Polish Rob, what range would you guess Pikachu VMAX will be compared to the Charizard VMAX? That's a good question. And I don't think it's going to be as high. Reason being is, well, first, we don't know what the pull rate's going to be of that Pikachu, right? And it seems like in the Japanese set, the Pikachu has been actually coming out. Not so much the Hyper Rare, but the VMAX has been, the regular full art has been coming out a lot. But not VMAX, but Charizard in its own right is always the king Pokemon. When there's a Charizard in the set blows up because it's Charizard. Charizard is just in a different market of its own. There's a specific market out there for Charizard, There's even a specific market for Pikachu, but not as much as the Charizard. Charizard is a staple, really, of Pokemon collecting and cards. Everybody can relate to a Charizard, and it's always going to be expensive. Typically, no matter what, especially in the modern era, what set comes out. So I don't think the Pikachu VMAX is going to be that expensive. I see it reaching maybe initial heights when the set first releases and people start pulling the card, about $100. And I think it's just going to go down in time as the population grows. I don't think it's going to be a crazy expensive card. I think the Amazing Rares might be more expensive depending on the pull rates of those. And I think there's going to be 5, the Raikou, the Celebi, the Zerachi, the Zamazenta, and the Zacian. I think I got all 5 of them. And those I think will be more expensive and they'll be harder to pull. I know in the Heartbeat, you're guaranteed 1 per box, but I know that's not going to correlate to the English sets. So I see the Amazing Rares being more expensive than Pikachu. Pikachu could range for about $100. That's where I'm going to cap my guesstimate on, is $100, and it will go down with time. If there's an outlet to pre-order or somehow, I'm trying to brace for that. Yeah, and so if you're looking for Vivid Voltage stuff, I'd recommend reaching out to NC Packbuster or Pokey Charles. They're going to have Vivid Voltage stuff and the Build and Battle Kits and all that stuff. So reach out to them if you're worried about not getting at a store. Oh, man, love me some Hidden Fate scoop tints today at Target, but no SV49 yet. Dude, Slim the Harry. All right, so let me tell you a quick story before we open these packs and call it a stream. So I started my channel about 8 or 9 months ago, and I promised everybody when I first started my small little channel that I was going to pull the SV49 Shiny Charizard. I was never going to buy it, and that's, what I was going to do. I'm probably a little bit over 1,000 packs in, and I'm a man of my word, and I still have not bought that shiny SV49 yet. I could have bought it for $200 6 months ago, 5 months ago, and I was stubborn. I was like, oh man, I'm going to open up so much Hidden Fates. I'm not even worried about it. I'm going to pull it, right? I was really being cocky with it. And here we are today. I haven't pulled it either, and I'm over 1,000 packs up. So I'm still buying it while I can, and sometimes more expensive than I should, because I don't want to buy it because I made a promise. It's more it's more of a thing for me, right? I made a promise to you guys that I was going to pull it, and I haven't yet. And it's the only card I'm missing from my master set. I have every common, uncommon, reverse, rare, hollow, the whole shiny vault completed except for Charizard. So Slim, I feel your pain, my friend. I feel your pain more than anybody in this chat probably right now. I really feel the struggle with you, buddy. My guess is 200 to the Zard's 500-ish. Yeah, that's not a bad guesstimate, dude. To be honest, I think, I think we're all going to have our opinions on that. I would only buy it up to $100 probably. I want to see the pull rates. I want to see PokeTubers start opening up Vivid Voltage. I want to see how many they get. And I follow quite a few PokeTubers, and I like to kind of gauge a overall population by how many packs they're opening and how many they're getting, and then kind of get a price range where I think, it's going to be. I was pretty spot on with the Charizard VMAX, though, and the Shiny when I 3 weeks before release, we heard about it and started talking about it. I was spot on with my prices. I remember when it first came out, people were like, oh, look, Rob, it's at $1,200. It's at $1,500. You were saying it's only going to be a $500, $600 card. Well, look at it today. It went back down to reality. It's about $500, $600 card. That was my guess. I just wasn't sure whether the shiny card was going to be more worth than the VMAX, and it looks like the VMAX is a little bit more expensive than the shiny. If you go to a physical brick and mortar GameStop, they took my pre-order a few days ago for all 8 of them. There it is. Just Poking Fun with solid information in the live chat. Dude, I appreciate that. There you go. Go to a GameStop brick and mortar and ask them if you can physically purchase, if you can pre-order the stuff in person. So nice, good information there, quality. So is Charizard confirmed to be the only in the build and battle box for Vivid? Yeah, as far as I know with Jimbo, that's confirmed. Yeah, it's only going to be in those build and battle kits. Haha, I said the same thing, and now he's 500 raw cards, still hunting for those tins. Dude, I hear you on that, my friend. I go out almost every single Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday because some of these places stock a little bit earlier than others, and I look for those tins as well. I've probably found, I got 4 of them here, and I've found them like once, every 2 weeks I'll find one. I'll get lucky on, So I live in the Central Florida area in Orlando, and, it's a bigger city, and there's plenty of Pokemon fans out here, and there's actually a few PokeTubers in Central Florida, as I've learned in the last month. So we're all fighting for that Hidden Fate stuff and Champion's Path. No, I'm just kidding. We're all very fair to each other and help each other out. But it is what it is. There's a lot of Pokemaniacs out there along with me, trying to buy up as much as they can. So I was like 14 packs in to pull the shiny Zard, kind of ruined for opening kind of. No, dude. I wish that happened to me. You know how much money I would have saved if I just went ahead and pulled the shiny Charizard outright? I'd have saved so much money because Hidden Fates doesn't stay sealed with me. It doesn't stay sealed. I open it because I haven't pulled it, and I want to pull it because I made that silly promise early on in my channel. Mitcha Elder, sub, what is going on there? We are just hanging out. We're actually about to wrap it up, so you just came in time for an opening. And once again, guys, for those of you that have just joined, definitely tune in for the PokeCast. It's going to be on a Wednesday rather than I typically do it on Saturdays. It's going to be Wednesday, 7 p.m., and we're going to have Rhyme Style on. He is an absolute awesome person. We've had him on before. It was a great Pokecast, and I'm glad to have him again. We're going to talk about the Logic stuff. We're going to talk about vintage stuff. We're going to talk about market, price ranges, what's the next set. I mean, we're going to cover so many topics, and those of you that like that kind of stuff, you definitely want to tune in. And those of you guys who are Rhyme Style fans want to tune in as well, because he's a lot of fun to have on a live stream on YouTube. So, all right, guys. So we're going to do a quick comparison here. Let me know what you guys want to do. First, do you want to do the English Hidden Fates, which is this one? I'm backwards on the camera. This one, which comes with 1 booster pack and the 5. Or do you guys want to see the Canadian first, which comes with the 2 packs? Hidden Fates is more than Champion's Path because it's Shinyville. I agree, Doug M. I mean, I'm having fun with Champion's Path, but I'm not having Hidden Fates fun. I promise you that. I am not having Hidden Fates fun. This is on a different level. You are 100. I'm on board with you on that. I'm on board with that. So, guys, let me know. Do you want to see the USA repackaged Hidden Fates, or do you want to see the Canadian repackaged USA or Canadian repackaged Hidden Fates first? Which one? Which one? Because I don't have my card cam, so I'm going to have to hold it up like this. I kind of want to open it up here. And, whichever one you guys want first. Oh, I'm going to open them up both. Don't you worry. I'm going to open them up both. I just want to compare the two, right? Because I was just talking about how there's a little bit of difference between the two. U.S. first. Canada. Oh, all right. Next one. Okay, English. Wait, they're both English. They're both English. They're just from different, countries. They're both English. Come on, one more person. Can you show a close-up of those seals? The one I pulled the Zard in had burn marks on both ends. Yeah, they all do. USA, because USA is the best. US. All right, we'll open up this one first. Yeah, so that's a Hidden Fates thing. They're just poking fun. They all have that seal. So, all right, this is what you get. Oh, I'm sorry. I started opening up. So, in the US ones of the repackage, you get the 5 cards, which, dude, look at, I don't know if you guys can see on the corners, but they're kind of beat up right over here. Like, these have just been sitting in one of those card boxes, the 4,000 counts. But this, whoa! Oh, no, that's Evolutions. All right. I thought they were throwing some kind of crazy base set in there for some reason, but that's just some Evolutions. Another Evolutions right there, too. So, that's all it is. The 5 cards is just absolute bulk. It's not really, I mean, whatever. So, yeah, here you go. So, here's it sealed. So, a lot of people thought that it was repackaged, right? Or resealed by somebody. Like, somebody bought and resealed because of that. But this is how Hidden Fate stuff comes. It has that burn mark on both ends. It's actually legit. And I would be worried if these things did not exist on there. So, crimp or whatever you call it. I think he called it burn marks on both ends. But crimp, yeah, same. There's code cards for anybody who wants it. My terminology is off as well. All right, guys, I got to do it the old-fashioned way because I don't have my card cam because I really didn't expect in the beginning to be opening up packs here, but we're going to try to make it work. Hopefully it's not too blurry. I'm going to show all the cards up front, too. Rest so you guys don't have to see my ugly mug. Here we go. Hey, Geodude follows me everywhere. Hey. Here we go, guys. Oh, man, we're getting so close. Here we go. USA pack. This is the USA pack. Oh, let us down. Oh, let us down. No. Oh, man, that's the struggle right there, right? That hurts. First cut is always the deepest. Yeah, you guys don't want to see my face. You guys don't want to see my face. You guys want to see the cards. I've been on stream for almost 2 hours. Oh, no, hour and a half. Can't see your face for the Zard. That'd be crazy, right? It's actually hard to see. I have to look at my monitor in order to see the cards because I don't want to stick my face all the way around. We're trying to get a case of Voltage. Heard today people being heavy allocated on it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be readily available. I don't think it's going to be one of those things that is tough to get, especially early on. It's not like a Champion's Path gizmo, By the way, the Canadian packs come with like a random code card, and this one was Burning Shadows, a Alolan Ninetales pack. So that's a random code card there. All right, here we go. Let's 2 Charizard artwork. So here we go. Let's open it up here to make it legit. My arms are gonna freaking tire out. My shoulders are just gonna kill after this. Not the boosters. Those being heavy, allocated heavily with sellers, really. Ooh, I need that Charmeleon for signing cards. So what do you plan on getting? You said not the boosters, so you're looking to get the build and battle kits? Are these packs from the MJ Holding Company? Yes, they are. They're from the MJ Holding Company repackaged. Exactly, Slim. Oh, so we got a hit, but nothing that we really want. We got a Leaf Energy. Reverse Holographic. And Brock's Last Stand. Come on, man. Come on. It's got to be in there. Yeah, so Canada does the repackaging with two packs, whereas English is the 1 pack with the 5 extra cards. I mean, the U.S. English. All right, man. Here we go. Farfetch'd. Come on, Graveler. Let's get something here. Let's get some. Let's end this stream off with some fire. Let's end it off with some fire. Here we go. Oh, Farfetch'd, man. Dang. That's depressing. It's depressing. All right. All right. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. There's 22 of you guys hanging out. A lot of you have been here since the beginning, so you know what? I'm going to do one more. There it is with Jimbo. I'm way ahead of you there, buddy. I'm dropping them all over the place, but I'm way ahead of you there, buddy. We're in. We're all in. I'm sweating right now. The heat's picking up. The Charizard heat's picking up. Here we go. Mew pack. 5 more. I got to save some. I got to save some for future content. We're balling on a budget here. On a big budget. PokeTuber problems. Here we go, guys. Fighting. Come on, give us something good here. I'll take Evolution. Even if it's not a Charizard, I'll take Evolution. Let's get that closer. Come on, Ekans. Voltorb. Geodude. Oh my god, Sabrina. Get out of here. Get out of here with your freaking... I don't even want to say anything mean about Sabrina. She's not a bad lady. She's not a bad lady. I don't want to even say anything mean about her. Here we go, guys. Just imagine if Forklift stabbed him through a box with the Charizard. Yeah. Could you imagine? It's probably happened. Who knows? Yo, my shoulders, though, are on fire, guys. It's absolutely on fire right now. Here we go. Come on, Clefairy. Slowpoke. Hey, all right, we got a shiny pull. We got something. Noibat. Not what we wanted, but we'll take a Noibat. No double banger either. We got a Snorlax sleeve off. So there it is, guys. That's what we got from those packs. A little Noibat action. So it's not the worst in the world, but it's not the best in the world. But we can't win them all, right? I did pull these the other day, though, on another live stream. I got the Charmander, which is a nice hit. And then our little buddies Hoodwood out there hanging out. So these packs do have something good. I think 3 streams ago, I opened up one of those Canadian MJ Holding Company blisters. And I got the not Flareon. Leafeon. So that was nice. I got a little full art out of it and actually made all my money back that I spent in those packs just by getting the Flareon. So not a bad... They're definitely good. They're worth the money. They're worth the money. Flareon is the only missing revelation from... Yeah, I agree. Evolution. Yep, I agree. I wish they had it. God, could you imagine how dope Flareon would look? I think I want to get it worse than you want to get. Way to finish strong. Nice Noibat. Still a nice artwork. Nice shinies. I peeled a Mewtwo GX Rainbow Rare yesterday. There you go. That's a nice hit, dude. That's a nice hit. What you need to do is you need to put those vintage in your collection. That's what you need to do. Those ones that I saw the other day on Twitter. But guys, listen, I appreciate each and every one of you hanging out with me tonight. I hope I answered all of your questions for the most part. I like to do some pack openings as well at the end. Even though I say I'm not going to, I still enjoy opening packs because that's what Pokemon is all about. You want to get your packs, you want to crack it open. Don't be stingy with it. Have fun with Pokemon. I'm going to preach that from the day I started my channel until the day that I end it. Always enjoy Pokemon. That's the first thing you need to do. If you're not enjoying it, that's, it's just, you got to love it. You got to love it to be in it. So, does Charmeleon have a shiny? It does, yeah. Charmeleon does have a shiny. They're just Pokemon fun. Joe's Charmeleon and Charmander. So, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Hope you guys enjoy this as well. Definitely my next live stream will be on that Wednesday with Rhyme Style at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, I want to see you guys hanging out with me then. If you can. If you can't make it, I understand as well. But you can always watch in the replay if that's something you're interested in and want to do. Once again, thank you guys. Rob Mob, you are truly the best. And I'm going to do more of these because I just like hanging out and talking Pokemon with y'all. But let me give you a little rub mob, guys. Appreciate you once again. I know I keep repeating myself.